having a splendid day wherever you are in the world. Guys, we are back with the F1 2019 Career Mode Season 2, Episode 6 for the most prestigious Grand Prix on the entire Formula 1 calendar. We're on the French Riviera for the Monaco Grand Prix. Guys, I am very excited for this Grand Prix, you guys know. After a very good race in our second season of F1 2018, I found a new love for Monaco. And let's see what we can get going for ourselves this weekend in our pursuit for the championship. Looking at the performance chart, guys, Mercedes are still in the lead with Ferrari, very closely followed by Red Bull in P3. Ourselves on our officially P4, ascending upwards. Williams P5, Racing Point P6, P7 McLaren, P8 is Renault, 9th it is Alfa Romeo Racing, and 10th it is still brought up by Scuderia Toro Rosso. Now guys, heading into this weekend, like I said, I was really excited. I quickly want to show you guys, we are now the 4th best chassis on the grid. That is very good for Monaco, but the main thing is what I'm going to show you guys next. We are the best aerodynamic car on the grid, meaning our aerodynamics are the best, and that is what you need most of all here at Monaco. Guys, I think I run 10-11 wings. Some people run 11-11, other people 9-10, but for Monaco you want the max amount of grip. So running 11-11 wings is still good if you really want a strong Sector 2 and Sector 3. Now, as you guys see, this is a little mistake of myself in practice 1. I just nipped the chicane's barrier there on the inside. But guys, it is time for qualifying. It is time to dive straight in and see if we can get this car on a good starting position for this Grand Prix. We've got the aero behind us. We've got a good car. We just have to focus. So please enjoy qualifying, and you will hear from me very soon.
We're here at the magical Circuit de Monaco for one of the most challenging qualifying sessions on the Formula 1 calendar. Who can add their name to the illustrious list of Monte Carlo pole sitters here today? It always looked like the kind of track that asks an awful lot of the rear tyres, such as the frequency of low-speed exits.
No matter how good a driver is at managing their throttle application to limit rear slip, they can't always overcome a car that's inherently bad at looking after its rear tyres. Here we have a lot of low-speed corner exits, which means a whole load of energy, heat and tyre wear.
Guys, jumping straight into qualifying, getting to the end of our second flying lap. Unfortunately, we had to thrash 2 sets of soft tyres over the line. We get ourselves into P12. For some other reason, the car was lacking pace in Q1. I hoped that it would have bettered itself in coming Q2 and Q3, because this was really panicking that I ended up P12. But in any case, guys, heading to Q2, and like I just said, the car didn't feel good in Q1. But on a wide set of tyres, I set a purple Sector 2. And it was actually purple until the 2 Mercedes went through there. So definitely the car found its pace in Q2. And I was really excited to see what this car can do in Q3, because Q3 the track is rubbing in the most. You guys see that I went to pole, and I eventually obviously get bumped down to P8. I had to go out on a fresh set of tyres just to bank myself in Q3, but as you guys can see, I'm on the yellow-walled medium tyres. I wanted to go for this strategy again because it served us very good in Season 1. The only reason we didn't get a podium in Season 1 is thanks to a wonky gearbox. But that's not going to be a problem this time out here in Monaco. We crossed the line, better our lap, and we are starting the Monaco Grand Prix on the medium tyres and also inside the top 10. Daniel Ricciardo pulls a fantastic lap out from under him, and he goes pole with a 1 minute 7.986. So it's looking good for Renault at this stage, but I'm sure that's not going to be the result in Q3. You can see heading to the end of our first lap in Q3, also once again a worn set of tyres. We take P3, we are 8 tenths behind Valtteri Bottas, which is a substantial amount considering the length of this Monaco circuit. So now finally we're going to strap on
110.2.
Thank you, Jeff. We are now going to strap on a fresh set of soft tyres, wait till the very last second to go out for a lap here at Monaco, and let's see what we can get done in our car. Jeff, please shut up. Thank you. In any case, guys, let's go for a lap around this beautiful Monaco GP, going through Saint-Avold for the first time, heading up the hill all the way to Massenet and Casino, and we are going through Massenet now into Casino, heading down to the guys, I can't pronounce this next corner's name, so I'm not even going to try. And now into the Grand Hotel Hairpin, one of the most iconic corners on the F1 calendar, the slowest corner on the F1 calendar. Now going through these next two right-handers, the second one is Portier, and now into the very famous Monaco tunnel, early on the power as quickly as possible through the tunnel T9, and now heading into the Novel chicane. Very late onto the brakes, the downhill braking zone, not 2 minutes downhill. Get as close to the barriers as possible, plant the power on the way out. Now heading through to back, through Low Chiron, and then through, sorry guys, the swimming pool section, I should say the swimming pool section, and into Rascasse for the final time, through Rascasse, and now it's only the final corner ahead of us, and yes, I did just read the names off of my cell phone, but in any case, we come across the line and it's P!
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top three: Hamilton, Bottas and O'Connor. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
Well done. Very solid results. You're looking good for the race.
I also think so. We start P3, guys, behind the two overpowered Mercedes cars. To beat them is gonna be one hell of a battle, especially with us starting on mediums, but let's see what we can get done this weekend here in Monaco.
Motor racing has come a long way since the first Grand Prix of the early 20th century. We have faster cars, bigger circuits, highly trained drivers who've dedicated their lives to racing. But still, we return here. Still, it remains the most desired victory in Formula One. Still, we race the Monaco Grand Prix. We're on the French Riviera once more this weekend at the 2-mile-long Circuit de Monaco. The cars will climb around 40 metres up the hill, past the casino, and then descend downwards towards the harbour through Sector 2. It's a very short run from pole position to the first of the 19 corners at Saint-Avold. And don't expect to see much overtaking here today. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about O'Connor. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
They've been avoiding mistakes and have had solid pace, so it's been a good season so far, but whether they can keep that up long-term remains to be seen.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have O'Connor, Vettel, Max Verstappen and Leclerc, Norris, Russell, Gasly and Daniel Ricciardo, Weber, Grosjean, Devon Butler and Perez, Stroll, Magnussen, Alexander Albon and Antonio Giovinazzi, Raikkonen and Daniel Kvyat completes the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Okay, don't try anything silly into one. It's going to be crazy in there. Just do your best to stay out of trouble.
That is the idea, Jeff. Guys, please, if you love what you see so far, please hit the subscribe down below. Don't forget to ding the bell to have all your F1 2019 and Dirt 4 needs met. Guys, heading into this GP, we have forced ourselves onto the medium tires. When I realized our grid position, I actually very quickly realized that this was the wrong way to go, because I'm not going to be able to keep up with the Mercedes. Let's just hope I can keep up enough so when the pit stop phases commence that I can jump them and they come out in traffic. But actually we are on the back foot, so please jam with me on the formation lap. For the most prestigious Grand Prix on the calendar, the Monaco GP, as we head to 5 red lights, and it's go, go, go for the Monaco Grand Prix. Mercedes front row lockout, Hamilton v Bottas into the first corner, Vettel gives me a run. I have a terrible launch thanks to the medium tires, but luckily it's a short run all the way to Sandevot. So now it's just us trying to keep this car at P3 and try and keep up with the Mercedes. The soft tires go off reasonably fast at Monaco, so I just have to try and stay with the Mercedes as long as I possibly can. Guys, even though at the beginning of the episode I said that aerodynamics are everything at this track, you guys are going to see in about a few minutes why actually Mercedes' OP engine came in clutch here at Monaco. But in any case, we'll talk about that when we get there. In any case, heading through the Monaco tunnel for the first time, it's Lewis Hamilton leading the way from Valtteri Bottas in P2, myself at P3, Sebastian Vettel in P4, then it is Charles Leclerc in P5 and Max Verstappen in P6. I might have just swapped the two Ferraris, but in any case, it's Ferrari 5-6, then it's a Williams 7-8, and then P9 and P10, I'm not sure, I couldn't see there in the background. Heading through the swimming pool section for the first time, a full amount of race fuel on the car. And as you guys see, sector 3, I am able to get under the rear gearbox of Valtteri Bottas. But as you guys are going to see now, heading onto the home straight, that Mercedes, it just opens up the taps, and there is absolutely nothing I can do about that Mercedes. Guys, heading on to the end of lap 4, look at the gap that Bottas has already created, guys. He is, let's go across the line and see what the gap is actually going to the final corner. Vettel is actually... Thank you, that's what I wanted to say now. We are 2 seconds behind Bottas, but guys, every lap Bottas was taking out about 0.3 to half a second a lap on me. So these mediums really were letting me down, as well as those two Mercedes are just so OP. And what I wanted to talk about the engine was, as Lewis Hamilton at the end of lap 12 finally comes into the pit lane, guys, nothing happened the first 12 laps. So this is Lewis Hamilton coming into the pit lane. But guys, sector 1, the home straight, which is actually just a constant curve to the right hand side, and up the hill after Sandevot, that is T1 for those of you guys that don't know. The Mercedes engine, they literally pull out 2 to 3 tenths just in sector 1 on me, because of that straight line section. Then sector 2, I match them, and sector 3, I gain back about a tenth, 2 tenths if I have a really good lap. But the soft tires, even though I thought they were going to go off much earlier than they actually did, actually they didn't go off as early as I thought they would. Sorry, I just completely went against what I wanted to say. But the soft tires lasted so much longer than I thought they would, and as soon as I saw it was already the lap 10, we were on double digits and both the Mercedes did not come into the pit lane, I basically knew that to win this Grand Prix was going to be an absolutely heroic task, because first of all, Hamilton did not come out in traffic. Valtteri Bottas did it a slight bit, but I don't know how. I was just so on the back foot, and I didn't know really what to make of the rest of this Grand Prix. It was really just an uphill battle, and as you guys see, oh boy, that Toro Rosso nearly ran into the back of me. I did go over the yellow line there, but guys, I had a bit of oversteer coming out of the pit lane. Yeesh, that was a very close call. I defend from the two Ferraris, but Sebastian Vettel in his Red Bull has taken the podium away from me. So we are now fighting for P4. And now, this is actually Charles Leclerc coming out of the tunnel, trying to move into the Noval chicane. And then, oh, this season Episode 1 repeat. What is it with the AI and this chicane? Okay, Charles Leclerc is officially out of the points running, and as you guys see, in Sector 3, where you need the downforce the most, Charles is just hitting barrier after barrier, and there goes his front wing. Oh, my teammate runs over his front wing. Oh my soul, I think that broke Roman's front wing. Charles is, yep, it broke Roman's front wing. Oh my soul. Guys, I gave more than enough space, you guys know the story by now. Oh, Cody's, fix this, please. In any case, guys, there's Roman getting a new front wing, so Roman is completely out of this Grand Prix. Nothing Roman is going to be able to do about that now, but it's not the end of the world. In any case, guys, here's a replay, and actually, Roman lost his front wing after he ran into the back of Max Verstappen, not running into the front wing of Charles Leclerc. That's okay. Yeah, I thought it was actually the front wing that broke. But guys, as we head on later on in the Grand Prix, I think this is the end of lap 22. You guys can see it is Lucas Weber leading the way from his teammate Sergio Perez in P2. So it's a racing point 1-2. Lewis Hamilton in P3, Valtteri Bottas P4, Sebastian Vettel P5. Those are the net 1, 2 and 3 positions. Myself in P6. I don't even think I'm going to catch Lucas Weber at this stage. These hard tires, guys, they are like the hard tires at Silverstone. They are just absolute crap. In any case, now it is actually the McLaren of Devon Butler in P7. It is Max Verstappen P8. P9 it is the Williams of Lando Norris, and P10 the Williams of George Russell. So Williams are once again having a very strong weekend here at Monaco. And as you guys see, heading into the title section, it is now Lewis Hamilton trying to mount a move on the racing point of Sergio Perez into the Novel chicane. Hamilton misses the wall. He bounces Sergio over the inside curve for the second part of the chicane, but Hamilton gets himself up into P2, and he is now strongly chasing after Lucas Weber. But guys, while you guys watch Valtteri Bottas do exactly the same move to Perez that Hamilton did the previous lap, one thing that I want to know, how the hell did Lucas Weber and Sergio Perez make their tires last this long, their medium tires? Guys, my medium tires were dead at the end of lap 18 when I came into the pit lane. They were absolutely dead. How did these two Racing Point cars, who have a worse chassis than mine, make these tires last all the way where they can go on to soft tires for the final stint of this Grand Prix? Because that is exactly what Lucas Weber's got to do now. Look at that, off with the mediums, on with the softs. And he has now got the tires underneath him to chase down the Mercedes. Lucas Weber is going to be stupid strong at the end of this Grand Prix. You guys can see I'm only rounding the final corner now, and Lucas Weber is out far before I can even put a finger on him. So yeah, me heading through Sandevot, yeah, I am far behind Lucas Weber. And now let's hope and pray that I can actually get a move done, well, get a position from Sergio Perez. Otherwise, I am going to go from starting on the podium at the beginning of the Grand Prix to P6, which will equal my worst finish this season thus far. And it will basically be my worst race, because when I came 6th in Baku, I fought my way back up the grid from last place on the grid. Oh, thank goodness, we are out ahead of Sergio Perez. We take P5. Guys, this is the one thing. To be consistent, you have to finish P5 the whole time, and for me to stay in this championship, I need to finish P5. But my other problem is, Lewis Hamilton is on a roll. He is not losing races. He won in China. Baku he won, thanks to Max Verstappen DNFing. Spain he won, and now he's going to win Monaco. That's 4 victories in a row, where the season started with Max Verstappen winning in Australia, myself winning in... Oh, there's another controversy with myself and David Butler. There's front wing space flying everywhere. Okay, guys, I did not expect a dive there from Devon. And yeah, once again, Monaco claims front wings for... Well, it eats front wings for breakfast. In any case, back to what I was busy saying. We won race 2 in Bahrain, and then Hamilton, since China, has been unbeatable. So after this, we're heading to Montreal in Canada. But guys, basically, I have to win Canada, or I have to win at Hamilton has to have like a freaking P10 finish, because if Hamilton wins this Grand Prix, as well as Bottas getting P2, the two Mercedes are gonna be a major amounts ahead. And as you guys see, the race is over. There was not a lot of action in this Grand Prix. It has been a typical Monaco Grand Prix. On our channel, Monaco has been some of the most epic races of the season, but for season 2, Monaco has been a bit of a drowse. Lewis Hamilton rounds the final corner and he's going to take his 4th victory in a row, and he wins the most prestigious Grand Prix on the calendar. It's a Mercedes 1-2 with Bottas P2. Lucas Weber takes P3 for Racing Point, Sebastian Vettel P4 for Red Bull. And guys, this season, Hamilton is doing, in my second season, what he did in reality this year in the real life Formula 1 season. He's starting to run away with this before we even get to the to the Euro. Well, this is basically the start though. Spain is the start of the European season. Yeah, we've got a problem, guys. Hamilton has arrived and we are now on the back foot for the rest of this season.
So Mercedes have won it, and what a great race it was. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Some amazing talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Well, I have to give it to Lucas Weber. Cool, calm, collected, a very consistent performance, and one that he can definitely be proud of today.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, good work from Racing Point this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. Some excellent overtaking moves from your former teammate today. Did he learn some of them from you? What's it like seeing your old F2 teammate up on the podium today? Do you think you were lucky not to end your race with that crash? Great, well that's everything.
Guys, yeah, you guys are usually used to seeing 30-minute plus videos from myself, but not today. Guys, Hamilton takes a dominant victory in Monaco. I don't know what we're going to do about Hamilton, but come the next episode, we are really going to have to fight with everything we've got. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying till the end. This episode was a little bit lackluster in action, but I'm sure Montreal, the next round in Canada, will provide. Please, guys, if you've liked what you've seen today, please drop a like down below on the video. If you really liked what you've seen, please share the video on all your social medias. I can see who shares the videos, and I will give you a shout out in a future video. And guys, last but certainly not least, if you've loved what you've seen today, please, and you're new to the channel, please go down below, hit the subscribe button, don't forget to ding the bell to never miss a future episode and have all your F1 2019 and Dirt 4 needs met. That has been this episode. It is now time to re-strategize and see if we can catch Hamilton, because now he's got a massive lead. I'll see y'all next time. Cheers!